Okay guys, what's going on? How y'all doing? Now this video is going to be me talking about Octavia. As some of you already know, it's the new Warframe. She has her name now, which is Octavia. But also, I'm going to put the link to the site in the description so y'all could go and check it out for yourselves. But we also have news for Octavia's abilities. She also comes with a new quest and also weapons to come along with her. But I'm going to talk about the abilities as of right now because I'm looking at the pictures right now. I'll actually have it on the side of the screen on this video so y'all can go and look at it and see for yourself right here. But I'm going to read to you guys as far as with her abilities and what she entails. Now, her first ability is called Mallet. Rhythmically beats damage into nearby enemies and draws their fire. Damage inflicted on the mallet increases its lethality. So that sounds really good, real interesting right there as far as with that ability and what it can do as far as leveling the playing field in some cases right there. Also, she has another ability called Resonator. Now this launches a roller ball that charges foes to follow it. It combines with the mallet to create a roving ball of sonic destruction. Now, that's a lot right there to just kind of digest as far as what Resonator could do. But it seemed like it's some kind of like a crowd control ability that will attract enemies. That's what I take from it, but I need to see it in action so I could fully know what it does out there on the field. Alright, now the next one that we have right here, this one is called Metronome. This name just sounds familiar, something of like a Pokemon game with Togepi, the whole metronome kind of thing. But with this, I'm going to explain it to you in its entirety now. It grants buffs to those who consistently perform actions in the time of Octavia's music. Okay? Time jumps offer a speed buff. Crouching on the beat grants cloaking. Firing rhythmically bestows multi-shot. Time melee swings buff damage. So that is a lot right there that's going on. So if you're firing, you will get multi-shot. If you do time jumps, you get a speed buff. If you crouch on the beat, you get cloaking. So it seems like you get some form of invis, which is good. And time melee swings. It seems like you gotta, as it says, you need to time your swings to get the buff damage. Okay? And now last but not least, her ultimate, which is Amp. This draws power from the decibel level of sound in the area and uses it to amplify a damage buff for Octavia and her allies. It also doubles the damage and range of nearby mallets. So again, it seems like Amp to go along with Mallet go coincide with each other. But as far as with this ultimate in its entirety, it's really good. Because it's drawing power from the sound in the area. So again, Octavia being a musical frame, draws power from that and uses it to amplify a damage buff for herself and for her allies. So to conclude, it seems like she has good crowd control abilities, damage buffing abilities, giving you multi-shot, giving you speed buffs, giving you buff as far as with your damage, gives you a little bit of a cloak when you are crouched. So she is offering a lot to the table. She's somewhat, how can I describe it? She has somewhat of a Titania-ish kind of thing, because if you use Titania's abilities, she gives you buffs as far as giving you some form of CC, but also messing up enemies as far as with their aim, all that stuff. Octavia takes it to another level. So she's like a upgrade to Titania. But she has her own kit that pretty much separates her from Titania as far as with Metronome, Amp to coincide with Mallet. Now, aside from Octavia's abilities, we also have her quest, and it's called Octavia's Anthem. Now, in any new frame that be coming out, it has their own quest. This one, it has something to do with the relay and whatnot. So we gotta go into the relay, go talk to the Cephalon Suitor there, and from there we could just take on as far as with this quest. So the quest name is Octavia's Anthem. Alright. Now, last but definitely not least, we also have new weapons, and I'm going to try and pull it up for you right here while I'm trying to scroll through this. Now, these new weapons, you have one that's called the Panthero. It's a deadly semi-auto pistol, alternatively fires shots, remaining magazine bullets in burst. So again, it seemed like it's a semi-auto. So again, you could go burst or you could go alternate. So it has a semi and a burst to it. You have another one that's called the Tenora. Excuse me. This is an automatic rifle that ramps up the fire rate and accuracy the longer you hold fire. Easily take down groups of enemies. Alternate fire is a powerful single charge shot. So again, it has a mechanic where you could charge the shot to fire it once, or you could ramp up the fire by holding the trigger. So as long as you hold it, you ramp up its fire and the accuracy the longer you hold it. Whether it's if you want to hold have a charge shot, it has that mechanic in it as well. So these are the two weapons that are going to be coming along with Octavia. And all in all, in its entirety, Octavia with the quest and the new weapons, it's really interesting. But I'm more interested in Octavia just because of these abilities, and I'm reading it to you guys right now because again, Octavia, we've been hearing so much about it. We didn't even know its name. Everyone, we just be calling it Warframe. Now we know it's Octavia, female. It's all about sound with her, but at the same time it's music more than anything else. It's music, but it has its own sound mechanic as far as with her abilities. So I'm really liking what she is bringing to the game as far as with her abilities, and it's gonna be real interesting to see how people are gonna make their own sound in correlation to their abilities. Like, oh, he's using this ability so it sounds like this, or if he's using Resonator it sounds like this. So it's going to be a lot that's going to be coming along with Octavia, along with just the quest. People are going to do the quest, knock it out, so they can get Octavia. But also the weapons that are going to be coming with her as well. Looking forward to that. Seeing how those weapons stack up with the weapons that we have in the game. But all in all, this is going to be a really nice update. Another Warframe coming into the fray. But this one is the first of its kind. Just like Titania was the first Warframe of its kind to use Arcwing abilities, this one is going to be the first of its kind to use music to give us buffs like anything we've ever seen before, based on either we're using melee, we crouching, or we jumping. So this is really, really interesting of a Warframe, and I'm looking forward to using Octavia with all of her goodies.